Gather here, the end is near. The final part of Henry's journey has arrived, and since we failed to rescue the prisoners in the last episode, it looks like it's time for a siege. And the others agree, with Sir Divish asking Tobias, who doesn't really know how, to build a trebuchet.
It's just that I've never built a trebuchet before.
Then you'd better get to it.
The lords speak among themselves, and then Henry wanders in, looking as clueless as
There's
ever.
so many things that need doing, but I just don't have the time for them.
No, you don't.
It looks like Henry's wearing a foreskin on his head.
Henry,
And Henry's told to help out.
I would like for you to help with preparations in the encampments.
Gladly, sir.
So I go speak to Robbard.
What needs to be done?
Complaints about everything from the gruel to the fleas.
The moaning.
Did you hear what Sir Divish was saying to Fafar?
I'll try to ask him if I can help in some way.
Well, we need some pitch.
With some new tasks, I speak to Tobias, who wants me to go get some random lad called Conrad.
Conrad Keezer came to Sasso recently. Quite.
Alright.
Next I run off to the other camp and speak to a tent.
I'll be with you.
How are the men holding up?
They're rabbled. The out-of-towners are desperate to go home.
Are they causing trouble?
It's true, I've caught a few of them asleep on their watch.
After which Captain Bernard appears,
Whipping a man, simple enough.
and Henry suggests drugs.
A herbal potion might do the trick.
I even go and speak to the quartermaster as I
How are we
needed
doing with the
even
food?
more side quests.
No, I just wondered if there was anything you're short of.
We don't have much meat.
Do we have any beer?
Christ, I wish we did.
And now with a ton to do, it's off into the woods to find a witch to make some drugs.
Good God, what happened to your clothes?
Do you have anything to help?
But she doesn't have everything she needs to do so,
Full of valerian,
meaning I have to
and
go
two
into the
mints.
woods looking for herbs. This quickly became a very boring experience, especially since I was recording this with a cold, and it seemed to drag on for quite a while. I'm not doing so good of a job of finding what the fuck we need. I'll be back in like 3 days time when I've figured out where to find fucking mint. I just want mint. That's all. I then get distracted hunting animals. Hey look, boar. A little boar. I missed. Oh wait, did I hit him? Is he even arrow stuck up his ass? But the boars get away, so rabbit it is. Damn it. One of these days I'll be good at this. I will beat a defenseless woodland creature. I've lost him. And that rabbit gets away, so deer it is. There we go. Meat acquired, I come up with a plan. Head over to your one and see if she has any mint for sale. I buy the witch's single mint and then it's off to get some beer.
I don't have anything that would last the journey there.
With alcohol not acquired, it's back to the camp to deliver that meat to the quartermaster.
I brought you some meat.
Stack it over here.
Then it's back onto the horse and into a different wood to buy more drug supplies. Then it's on to Sasa, where I buy and find the last of the herbs. So now it's time to find the man Tobias wanted.
Oh, come on.
I need to speak to him.
Go in.
Enter. Huh? What do you want?
Tobias Fafar.
Tobias Fafar?
And we want to take it back.
Damn.
After quite a long talk, we learn he can't leave without the approval from the abbot, who's not here.
Why can't you leave?
I need the money.
What do you suggest?
So we have to forge a
We could
seal.
Copy the abbot's seal and signature.
Right.
So I go off to do just that, but end up going the wrong way, and accidentally go into a restricted area.
Well, I never.
Hey, you! Don't... I was told you were dragging a lifeless body around on your shoulder. It's jail for you.
Just my luck.
Stop! What's that? Got you at last.
What?
Don't pretend you don't know what's going on, you horse son.
What the fuck is going on?
Enough!
Alright,
Please!
It's you. You crip...
Damn it.
You purged yourself.
After that weird chain of events, I actually go to the right place this time, but I get caught while lockpicking a chest. With him down and battered around, I can loot his body and then take the commission from the chest. I then bring it back to Conrad. After this, I won't be coming back to Sasau for a while.
I've got that commission.
Not so loud. For heaven's sake.
He looks
Show
over
it
the
here.
commission and then sends me off to the Sasau scribe to get a
Go to the
forgery made,
Sasau
and he gives me a
scribe and
password.
say to him, the fox isn't half as clever as he thinks.
So I write off to the scribe and for some reason decide to wait in the bailiff's house, standing still for 9 hours, breaking the law.
Surrender!
What?
You've committed a violation.
Thankfully I talk my way out of it and go see the scribe.
Well, I thought that...
God save you, good night.
The fox.
What?
The password?
What in heaven's...
Conrad Keyser sent.
Why the hell?
He deliberately lied to me to make me look stupid.
Alright. Give me an hour.
After wasting some time, I come back and grab
Is
the
it done?
forgery,
Here you are.
then put the commission back where I got it, and bring the fake to Conrad.
Lord above.
Then I turn around and take it to who I was meant to, the master builder.
How very convenient for you.
The hand of fate.
He compares it to the original and we're off the hook.
It goes against the grain, but the seal and signature are genuine.
Then it's back to Conrad, except I can't as I have more problems with the law.
Well, I never. Think I'll let you off, do you? No, we finished this.
I don't know why you decided fighting a man in heavy armor is a good idea, but it is what it is.
Hey, you, surrender.
He attacked me.
After surrendering to the guards, they do bad things to me.
And spread your arms and legs.
Finally, returning to Conrad, he's freaking the fuck out.
Get after me!
Who is...
He believes someone's here to kill him on behalf
I
of
can't
Sigismund.
set foot outside the door!
Calm down and tell me what's going on.
So it's time to investigate by standing outside for most of the night. And well, would you look at that, Conrad was right as I caught a man red-handed.
What?
Silence.
Assassination?
Lord Paycott.
And still has legs.
I don't believe a word you say.
But I let him go as I'd never done that before and wanted to see what would happen. Then I go speak to Conrad.
Well,
You needn't fear.
well,
Thalmberg.
He agrees to go to thalmberg and I then ride off to Radzig and go to sleep. Upon morning I get up and steal food from the refugees and again set off in search of alcohol, as there is a reason that the Irish for whiskey SheepAreBaaad means the water of life, because we need it.
Drink.
Except this time Henry uses his
Well, right
charisma.
now, there are 3 noblemen camped by Thalmberg, one of whom might be very interested to learn about all the tax you owe.
And after the beer I go and
I'm
get
looking for
pitch
some
from the
pitch for
charcoal
Thalmberg.
burners.
All right, it's all yours. You gave us a hand with that ginger when we needed it, and if it's for Sir Divish, I know my duty.
Now back to the camp.
What happened?
We do not intend to starve them into submission.
we will build the trebuchet quickly. It will be ready in a matter of days.
I'm still hoping that Toth will see sense and parley with us.
He may well do so, especially when we set up the trebuchet on his doorstep.
I then speak to Divish, who asks for
What
a
is it you
priest
need,
and a
sir?
physician.
I need a priest as well as a physician.
But why would you need a priest?
It's not about me.
And while talking, the
lot of
camp is
work
attacked
here,
by the men
mostly
trying
women
to kill
and
Conrad.
dead men. And I have to confess my sins.
Looks like I got to see what would happen a lot sooner than I expected. Next up, I inform the quartermaster of the pitch and beer that I've obtained.
You're a proper treasure, you are.
Then it's into the woods to give the herbs to the drug peddling alchemist. And while she gets to work on that, I go off and search for the priest, and I head to Father Godwin.
My son.
Dead.
But he can't help me as he already has his hands full.
I see.
Go and ask elsewhere.
So it's off back to the witch, who still doesn't have my drugs. So then it's off for another search, except this time it's for a physician at Sasau.
I've come to ask for help.
Sadly, I can't assist you.
So
What if I
Henry
helped you
offers
out
to
here?
help and then goes off to
Yes,
speak
and
to
I'd very
Johanka, who doesn't seem very pleased to see him.
God, what have you been doing?
Oh my god.
Just the two of us. And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
After checking on the sick, it's off to Rate to ask the executioner I beat near the start of the game to teach me how to set a broken bone. Turns out he's a pretty good guy.
I need help.
And why should I help?
Help me now. Do you know anything about...
No, Henry.
There's a man in Sasau with a badly broken leg.
You have to find the place where the break is and get the 2 parts together.
With that knowledge gained, I ignore Sasau and go looking for another priest. And I end up speaking to some random guy who tells me about Father Simon.
Humans. A few years ago, there used to be another priest in Scarlet.
Simon.
Aye.
Alright.
So I wander through the woods for a bit and end up being attacked by some bandits. With the bandits dead, I get myself unstuck from a bush and then go speak to a woman who tells me
I'm
where
looking
she
for the
thinks I
priest,
can
Father
find Simon.
Simon?
He's said to be wandering around here somewhere.
We used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside.
So off I go again in search of this priest who I find near the cross.
This must be that cross.
And he's being harassed by some tramps, who I trick into running away.
There is.
Alright.
And move your legs more.
Why is that?
I might.
With them gone, I can speak to Simon, who Henry just stares at.
Your face does seem familiar. I
Henry
gave up
then
my
skillfully guilt trips him into helping.
You don't know what you're saying. You don't know me. That doesn't absolve me of my sins. Well, you're probably right. All right.
And there are casualties at thalmberg and wounded men who may not live to see the morning.
I understand.
Priest acquired, it's back to the witch, who's finally finished cooking that good shit.
So,
All done.
Mounting up, it's back to Sasau, where I set a man's broken leg in the dark.
done.
After which this prick arrives.
Dear Mistress Johanka, I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication. You certainly have earned some.
And he's apparently very annoyed to see Henry here.
What business have you here, fellow? Who let you in?
This quickly ends up with Henry offending him and then being arrested.
Wouldn't it be better to have the banquet here, custodian?
What?
If you won't give the sick anything else.
Nobody's going to talk to me that way. Lock him up for the night and let him learn some manners.
Free from prison and with the sick aided, I head back to the camp and give the drugs to Bernard.
Really? It's hard to sleep with the runs, isn't it?
True enough.
Then off to the other camp where the trebuchet is finished.
That was just the first shot. The trebuchet has to be calibrated. That's perfectly normal.
But while watching the trebuchet, a scout returns.
There's an army on the way. And they're carrying the colours of Havel Medic of Waldeck. And they're very close.
Havel Medic. He's surely not coming to help us.
Not that bastard. I have a score to settle with him.
The lords then get to work creating a plan.
Gentlemen, Toth's reinforcements are about to descend on us.
That swine.
How many men?
We don't know exactly, but there are many. We'll make a stand here, I and Radzig's men. You will wait until they charge us, and then strike them from the rear, here and here. If we succeed, we'll have it over and done with before they notice anything in town.
And a part of this plan means Henry gets to lead some men, and he also gets showered with compliments.
We need someone there who knows them and has their respect.
So?
I mean you, Henry.
But that is...
Henry, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't even be here today. And everyone knows that. Except you, it seems.
After getting something to eat and getting some sleep, it's time to hide in a bush in the rain, because it's time to fight. Waiting till the opportune moment, we ambush the enemy and bait the heads off them. We beat them just in time as the bandits have broken through on the bridge and are engaging the rest of our forces, but thankfully this means we can come up behind them and absolutely trash them. And with the battle seemingly over, we have gained ourselves a captive.
You should show a little more respect, Bivish.
Pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth?
Henry sees him and fingers him out as Eric.
He's Eric. Toth's captain and right-hand man.
And then we get some bad news.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
I have some... Where's the rest of your armor gone? There it is.
I try to mount my horse, but apparently I haven't paid my road tax.
Okay, I guess we're not going on horseback. I drank a potion, and now my eyes are weird.
High on my own supply, we quickly get to work, trying to stop these bandits from destroying our trebuchet. Which initially goes well, but then I'm completely surrounded.
Help me! Friends. Friends. Help. 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 Someone help me.
And in fact, I probably would have died if not for one of my perks, which gives me just enough time for us to win the fight.
Based.
Robard does a nifty spin and the men cheer.
The damage isn't too serious.
So we can shoot.
Not just yet.
And after a quick chat, Henry has an idea.
So, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? Seems to be on very intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something. And he might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
You're your father's
Then
son.
the cutscene ends.
Help me, I hurt. Everywhere hurts.
I get some sleep and then head off to Radzig once again.
I hit a sign. All part of the plan. Repair my shit.
After repairing my gear, it's back to Thalmberg, where Henry skillfully interrogates Eric, who tells me everything I need to know.
How did you meet him?
He killed my parents.
What? They were weak. How many men does he have in the castle?
There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left.
But now for the negotiations.
Did our neighbourly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations.
Do you take me for a fucking fool?
Be warned. Nobly spoken, your grace.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy. Go to hell.
With that successfully failed, we get
Sir,
more news.
A message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
So it's time to start firing at the castle, and Henry gets the first shot.
There's one in it. I don't know if he's aware of that. Where did that one come from?
And now, we sit and wait.
For a few days at least.
We wait a day, and then Robard gives me the task of scouting the area for the remaining bandits in the woods.
If those were the best of Ishvan's men, they could be lurking in the woods. They'll probably wait to attack us at the worst possible moment.
My fear exactly.
Now to go hunting for dipshits.
Yeah. I find the first camp and easily wipe them out. Then on to the second, which we search for while the sound of the trebuchet rings around the forest. I easily find it and the bandits get massacred. Then on to the third, where there were soldiers and bandits fighting, but said soldiers are killed and I'm left to fight the bandits by myself. And with that done, it's of course back to the
I found
camp.
all of their campsites. The rest of the woods are clear.
After sleeping and waiting around for a while, it's time to attack. We gather together and Divish gives the order to fire. And with that, the gate is open and it's time to charge. Except I won't be going in the gate, as our task is to take the wall.
Where's the skeleton, boys?
So we throw the ladders up and begin climbing.
My knees coming from my clothes.
Leaping onto the wall, I begin to face the bandits. And once the rest of the soldiers are on the wall as well, we can get to work completely clearing it.
What the? What?
I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. With the walls cleared, we move on to the courtyard where I showcase friendly fire. Did I just kill a friendly? Oh, whoops. I'm soon outnumbered and completely surrounded, and have some slight problems with the game's lock-on system. Okay, can you like lock on to something other than the ones that's far away? Lock onto him, he's closer. They're all bandits. Every one of them's a bandit. Don't hit our guy. Stop. Why are you locked onto him so much? Jesus. Sometimes it'll just decide to lock onto one person that's really far away, other than, you know, the guy that's right in front of you. But soon I get my shit together and we finish off the facetious fools. And with that, we've won the day. I remember us having more men.
Let's see if Ishtar
Yet again,
Toth can
the
work his way out of
negotiations
this
begin.
It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home.
What more can I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
I give you my word as a knight and lord. You may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom.
But Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question!
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word.
You heard him. Get to work.
Henry is not very happy with this outcome.
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
The swap is then made, and Toff and his men ride off with Radzig and my death sword.
I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
I look forward to it.
Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
Me and Capon ride after them to go pick up Radzig from Skalitz.
I'm glad to see Ishban kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game.
And now Henry and Radzig can finally speak, father to son.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot.
Where's the honour in abandoning your son?
And then we mount up.
My word, it's all go today, isn't it? Who this is?
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
And with that, the game is over, and Henry has a dream.
You'll be fine.
This is not the same as what the subtitles are saying. He watches his dead parents get killed again as they walk off into the blast of a nuclear bomb. And then he wakes up, being tickled.
Don't go. No.
Well, looks like that's it. If you've enjoyed, then leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I have to search you.